the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late with apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, my God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked Jah silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled up with suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful, sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneels. Too late when the caps get peeled. Don't believe in TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my armor make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my armor make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my art field, took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some pros for sure, I want to build solid foundation. My crown chakra core and heal, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math. off a humble beach and still a beast. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its problems. Establish Big Mom's house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when rhyme and bass drop. The next host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for grits in their ass. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdos from menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, black minerals, the water and skies are fried. Liquid chemicals, technology got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these beats and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flow like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Waves the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make knowledge born is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Lost cats, that's what's up, that's what's up. My soda cup. Blow this up. They don't know what's up, yo, these lost cats keep saying, yo, but you can't get Kool-Aid from a, and that's the attitude, yo, and it's clear in 5 minutes, they don't know what's up, 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 know what's up.
You ask me if you still on that. It's hot, son. Come on. Come on. Into the black light, exited the mask.
What's up, Lou?
You entered the black light, exited the mask.
Shells.
You entered the black light, exited the mask. You entered the black light, exited the mask.
Yo, we back again. If you're throwing in the towel, then you back in sin. We need the Holy Spirit, please let the chaplain in. Here at the front door, chilling with the childish grin. We can now begin. Now the truth be told, we're riding on the light to let the youth get old. We following the one that will soothe your soul and take your bad situation and improve your role to release your flow. It's a long stretch to loosen all the nooses from the baby's necks. And tell the young ladies they should save the sex. And tell the young guys not to break their neck for the place of sex. We get the paycheck. And real women really don't play that. A wise lesson learned really way back. I used to okay that. The Lord saved me, Jack, from a life of whack. Come on.
Into the black light, exited the mask.
Oh,
You entered the black light, exited the mask. You entered the black
you might want to start paying attention on this next verse. You
into the black light,
give
exited
me your
the
attention
mask.
for me. We from the same cut, but playing different positions. Our top secret message got the president attention. Do what you do, just make the good folk listen. And trust me, yo, it's not about who you kissing. There is a plan to see you chewed up and shit out. The devil's burning red from the fire that we spit out. We on to get up, the hell with that down low. Cherish the gift of the wisdom that we found, yo. Still on the mission with the daily agenda. Your head's been cloudy, so I doubt that you remember that I walk with the king of kings inside me. Just like the root in India, I really. I volunteer, know the Lord didn't hire me.
It is the spirit that inspire me. Water of life to show the chief where the fire be. We have no time for those that be acting grimy. Yeah, I get it. You see the light now? Boy, I've been talking to y'all for a while. You see, you thought this was for like some type of game. Man, revolution. Yeah. When you free your mind, your ass will follow. That's for real. And some of y'all locked up so bad, don't nobody have to put chains on you.
Get one later, right? Enjoy that.
Hell, you chain yourself down mentally and spiritually.
Twice a day.
Free your mind.
I've been treating like a damn yard dog. Put food in the bowl.
Free your mind,
Yeah,
check
they told me to
queen.
stop doing that. Ow. Got one. You look at me all you crazy, better go and eat it. He used to say me put two, I gotta get one.
Let me get something with some feet.
Gordo.
Funk to it. Come
He
on.
getting Gordo.
I think I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean, Caribbean.
I take my hat off to y'all.
Yes, I'm just a black man. Title, yo, give me that. I like them imports.
Title, yo, give me that.
And what you figure,
Y'all
Mr.
heard
Man,
that?
while you kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat. You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, fast, sinful acts. Be very nimble, jack, or you'll get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the might of cats. It's deeper than tats and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoiled rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that are chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah.
Yo, what's happening? What's going on, beloveds? Yeah. So you know System of the Dawn, I can't pronounce his name, I actually can, but he creates this right here, the strain. Rondo bought me this. I still got like about 1.5 grams left, but I got some other stuff. Yeah. But I'm not smoking right now because I'm still dealing with some of this toxification that I have to rid my body of. You dig what I'm saying? Excuse the beard, man. That's just me. Anyway, I know there's plenty of people yesterday who celebrated the Sabbath. I'm not going to get into attempting to destroy the Sabbath. Yet, it's based upon the moon worship, regardless of what you want to think or believe. It is. I've known this all my life. But I am not going to sit here and tell you not to take a day if you have really put in the fever at moment, because most people go out and they party. That's why they say from Friday evening to Saturday, which is the beginning, which is Saturday would be the 7th, day, and Sunday being the 1st. But we know that the days are not congruent with the truth. We know that there was no such thing as Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Are y'all aware of that? No, I'm not giving credit to them saying that, oh, they just took everything and made this new stuff, because we know that's what these bastards have done. Not to curse and all that other stuff. I think I got a donation. Oh, well, appreciate it. I'll hit you back with some love. Hold on. Let me, you know me. Let me turn this off. I don't need to be hearing all that. Click, 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 click. So I know there was original Days of Week song, but that's not what I wanted to do. So right now we're dealing with because if any of you have any true narrative based on knowledges of all different things, you would know that whenever they say planets, that's your first derivative or symptom prognosis to know that the symptoms we suffer from is steeped in a lie. So when they say something like the days were named after the planets of Hellenistic astrology, that is a complete combobulation of lies. Okay? In order that Sunday, Moon, Mars, Aries, Mercury, Hermes, Jupiter, Zeus, Venus, Aphrodite, and Saturn, Kronos. Okay? The 7-day week spread throughout the Roman Empire in late antiquity. Wouldn't that be the fall to the Jagars, the people you call Jews today? Look at this, all right? Reason why I'm saying this, you got to remember that some of the contributions made by this fake world that we are dealing with. There's this individual, his name is, I don't like saying their names all the time. What you doing? It's like the computer's worried about what I'm going to read next. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, let me pull his name up. Oh, notes. So Johanna Fredrik Blumenbach made up race as was part of, and I've said this before, as was part of the deception and destruction of our greatness. He was instrumental in rewriting the history to divert and subjugate the new identities of the lies you see today. Why do I say this? Well, first of all, let's pronounce his name. I think it's Betrej Geschichte. Well, anyway, what that means is contributions to humanity, or the natural history, which we know it's not natural history because he worked on phonology, skulls. And in his studies, if you would look at his studies and on his desk, when he was talking about the Mississippians, it's nothing but Negro faces and heads, pictures. This is why I don't debate the Ket people, the Navajo, the whatever. When I was with them and I was showing them stuff, many of the youth were like, they started to believe it because they remember that they were being brought up racist, and they were like, why would we do that against the people that have been subjugated to worse things by the story and the narrative? That's because some of their grandparents in this fake Masonic order, some of them belong to it, a lot of them groomed and grafted into a lie of Masonry, okay? Because the Mason shit is our stuff. The Mason stuff is ours. I don't care how you want to twist it, but you'll never see me join one of these fictional Prince Hall nigga groups and all that. See, I know more than them. I know more than Prince Hall punk ass knew. Okay? He did it for power. That's why I go so hard on all these people how I've befriended on Facebook and everything. I'm a Mason. Oh, you ain't nothing. You just wanted to belong to something to have this ego you got to stroke. I know exactly. You was locked up and you accepted Islam, or you accepted that to belong to something to get away from because you didn't have power over self. Let me find this right quick. Oh, you know I was going to go ham on this AM. This is when them fake Christians, everybody's doing their little subjugation of perversion. So I'm going to go hard as heck. So, in 1888 in New York City, the great inventor Thomas Edison and his British assistant William Dixon, I'm not going to get into William Dixon. Let me pull him up just to make sure it's the same. Because, I worked at Thomas Edison building, okay? But this is just the lies of history. We need to debunk these things, all right? Now, I want you to see what this monkey looked like. Because he's from, based upon the United Kingdom, from France, right? When you see what I'm talking about, you'll know exactly. Because you need to remember that Thomas Edison was also a nigger. Just like Adolf Hitler, though he was Ashkenaz, or he was really Ashkenaz, but he was a nigger. He was a Negro. He was a melanated mother. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you believe. When I was in Germany, where my oldest actually is, right? I got to see some old pictures, and I was like, "Man, that's real grainy. Why is that black and white?" Oh, Don Hitler, he's mulatto. Yeah, I was a mulatto. I said, that ain't what I'm seeing on these history channels. Talking to the grandpa who's like about 80-something years old, 80, 90 years, in the 80s. Everybody knows. Everybody knows it. I was like, 80, 90 years old, 80, 90 years, 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 80, I just stayed quiet after that. So whenever I watch documentaries by these fake Jews, these Gajars and whatever else, there's a whole bunch of different, right? I just don't even listen to what they did because they told a lot. And then I watched this great documentary that was 2.5 hours long, showing that Spanish Moranos and French and all these other gypsies, they called gypsies while they called themselves Jews, right? Were murdered. Polish and Dutch murdered millions compared to some fictional 6 million that wasn't even in the country by definition. All right, anyway. So William Dixon, who also worked with Thomas Edison to create the camera in 88, or around 1890, which I know is a lie, because I'm well aware of the two men who worked on it as children who said no, that cameras were always around. That's new narrative. We were told to be quiet. Once 1865, once that was over, 66, 1875, everything started changing. They started taking all our sites, all our information, everything was destroyed, even the theaters. You can go back to Tartary, you can see Cabbage Patch and these places were incubators, and you can see you can see theaters, picture show theaters. We're talking about earlier than this period right here, like 1830s. Yes, go and look at the pictures. Go and Google them. This is where they mess up all the time. Just like when I just had a fake debate with somebody watched over here talking about, what do you mean y'all created the blimps? I had to say the name, where it was created at. It says, nigga, y'all didn't make anything. I says, you understand the original race car drivers was? I says, you know the best swimmers when y'all came here, a lot of y'all were just drowning, was us. I says, it's funny how after the 1950s, all of a sudden we couldn't swim. Hell, they were filling in our swimming pools that we had with concrete because they just felt like, well, if they're going to start swimming, people getting off the boat. This is the narrative, man. And all created by these fake ass Jews. I don't bite my tongue because I can back it up. The world's starting to see it. What troubles me is the Palestinian and all these so-called Arab leaders who have Shemitic blood used to say, and they know exactly what it would look like, but they knew that Israel was not a place. They knew Israel was a people. They knew the Yudeans were that. Right now, you've got a lot of mismanaged information alluding to certain things and certain Negroes that shouldn't be pushing stuff. Now, you know when I say Negro, it's with disrespect. Just like when I say black. All right? No, of course, we could take it and make it meaningful. Why would we do that when it has nothing to do with order? Because people have been grafted in. Our people who are the last to be subjugated and grafted into more lies, that's when they started going crazy because they realized they can make our great people just as stupid. So if you're using black and Negro and all that stuff as your identity, which was a curse, it's a lie. My great-grandmother didn't have a birth certificate or death certificate. She had a death certificate when she passed away, but she had a letter, I forget what it's called, because they didn't have Social Security numbers. They had an ID number when they wanted to ID the dead based on war, right? And it always, and with hers, it had who she was, Dutch and Cherokee, or Anaguia. But when she died is when this fallacy of this fake corrupt-ass system wrote her as colored. How to go from colored, certain people in my family got black, and then they wanted to make me a Negro. But if y'all, how many of y'all got birth certificates? I was sharing this with Ninth Son and a few other people. So what I have is a photostatic copy of the one I had when I went to the military. They're kind of blue and green, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm going to show you mine. Now, mine was signed by my mother. She was 17 when she had me. My father was 20. Yes, y'all. I was 20 years old. I was 19, 20 when my 19 years old. My father went into. He was about 39 when he was right there wrestling with the guys, and he had a scratch on his head. And he was a big guy, been locked up in Rahway so many times, a bank robber, blah, 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 and shot Ivy Coke, Vietnam vet. He had went into a seizure while I was getting ready to head down to Newark, right? I was up in Bloomfield by Lackawanna Plaza, across from Pilgrim. It's a Pilgrim moving company or something, Mayflower, to AT&T Bell, because you got to remember, this is Anyway, a Lagwaplana was a big train that used to rotate up in the sky to turn it around to go, you know. Anyway, I was swooping with him at the bus stop, and he started seizing on me. Now, I didn't have nothing, so I had to use my hand to keep him from biting his tongue. Yes, y'all, yes. By the time my uncle Reg, who's in Denver, Reggie Lee, the one that I showed some of y'all, he looked like a little ornamental Chinese, like, you know, came riding down in his souped up big wheel Dodge, you know, them little humpback trucks like the big red wagon type. 3-speed church shifter, you know, right here. Boom, 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 boom. He ran over, and him being a Vietnam vet, he assisted me. We got 911s at the time, and so we got my pops. He was, like I said, he was around 39. Got him in, he was, see, this is how he was, like I said, y'all. He's the one that's coming to school and tell me my history. You know, he used to be like, hey, I used to be out there playing lacrosse or something, just, you know, having a good time. And he used to, everywhere, Mount Hebron, he'd walk. It didn't matter. And I would see him, and, you know, I knew who he was. So I would go and he would talk, and we would talk for like the lunch break or whatever. And he would just, and then I'd say, well, meet me by the arcade, and he would share all kind of information. Anywho, we had to send him to the hospital, you know, and I buried him roughly about 5 years later. You know, like I said, I've outlived 5 of my ancestors, men, that is. That's not a great thing on my father's side. Chickasaw were great warriors, but these people want those people dead because you don't know our story. See, y'all don't get it. Or the Chickasaw, the men, the greatest warriors ever known. Nah, you really don't. And who worked in concordance with the Mohawk and the real ones, not the fictional made-up ones. So, anywho, I had to sit there, and I'm telling y'all, I worked at the Thomas Edison building, so it says that it went to New York, blah, blah, blah. So when I got to see all the IDs and all the information as far as certificates, and I saw, wow, my mother at 17, she didn't know no better, because you got to remember, 66. When was the education system created? And who was creating the narrative? Because history was being taught. And the history that was being taught was a complete fallacy, a lie. So we went from being Chickasaw. My father didn't fill this out, y'all. And this is where, this is when you can change status if you need to. But I'm going to show you that this is not the same as y'all's birth certificate. This is not even a birth certificate. This is what they would consider. This is from the Township of Montclair Department of Health and Human Services, Claremont Avenue, Montclair, New Jersey, 0742. My number, it doesn't have 11 to 14. It only has 10. And as you see, the individual where the seal is, the gray seal used to be right here. It's kind of worn off. It doesn't matter. That's also the seal. Thomas A. Restaino, the director. Anyway, based upon Watchung, if y'all know the history about the Watchung, about the indigenous actual people of the area of Montclair, and this right here, she put down my father as James Charles Branch III. He was James Charles Branch II. I am actually the third. But because she's 17, she didn't know, nobody was helping her. Nobody helped her to make the correction, so I run with the fourth. Because you got to remember, from my pop's side, it comes from you got Lily Wooten and James Henry Wooten. Okay? Now, I can change my name legally to whatever I want. Now, on my mammy's side, no, on my father's is Lily Wooten and James Henry Wooten. That ain't no European and African, that's Chickasaw. And then on my mammy's side, that's 5 generations. That's only 5, like great-grandparents ago. Now, my mammy's side would be Margaret Maggie Klein, who was Anahuia and Dutch, and her husband, Henry Lucifer Schaus. Just like that. Anahuia and Dutch. That's why I didn't really know about this Cherokee shit. What is that? And this is New Jersey State Department of Health. Under my hand and department seal, I certify that this is a true photostatic reproduction from an image of the original record. This is not a birth certificate, y'all. But I can use it as one. Do you dig? I don't mind sharing stuff like that. What you gonna do? Take a picture and use it? Ha! You want to use something like this? I'm about to get rid of all this shit. Oh, excuse my language. Well, it is shit. I'm about to get rid of all of it. Because, first of all, there are several discrepancies. Not 4, not 5. Well, 4 would be this. Excuse me. 4, not 4, in German at least. Not 5, but several discrepancies. Because my mother was 17 years old. So, yeah. Not everybody can do that and say that. And what color? It's like a bluish green. As the same that the life of, only thing that's missing is the hand and footprints that were taken from me by these thieving, lying, fake-ass Jews and fake religious dioceses of the fake-ass Pope. I don't bite my tongue when it comes to that because I can say it with authority. I am my own Lord, and as a God that I am, knowing my bloodline and family's heritage going back further than that. That's right, General E. Lee was one of my relatives. He wasn't this pale-skinned monkey they keep putting up. That's why they didn't have a problem taking the statue down, because that's not the real one. I'm not finished with that mother sucker in the films. So anyway, this bastard, if you was to look at his pictures, his portraits, let me see, but why is it doing? What's it doing that? Okay, there we go. It's so goofy. Anyway, let me pull. Stop. Get out of here. So, none of this is new. There is videos showing them in 1900s and 1922 using water cannons right by where these great cities were to mine to look for all minerals. What were they doing that for? Well, they had to rebuild what we had already used and destroyed. And ergo, why you had all around the world, because this was happening everywhere. Hold on. When they started deconstructing stuff, they really went ham. Okay? Why is it not pulling it up? Who invented the first motion picture camera? Several leading inventors have been credited with inventing the first motion picture camera. We take a look through some of the best known. Why would they have 7? You mean to tell me 7 of these dumbasses? No, what they were doing was reverse engineering to figure out what it was that we created. Why is it that in Glorious Bastards you have this fake Jew in Paris who escaped, right? When a family was murdered, right? It was a Negro who knew how to work everything. And they would have you believe that she taught him how to work everything, but yet he was her lover. The relationship of the fake Jew and the Negro. I mean, it's deeper than you can imagine. And what period of time was that? How could you go from this little table scrap thing with lenses, with this cellulose film or whatever it was made from, to record something using reverse imaging with no silver as the fake cameras of the 1800s, right? 1890s, right? Just listen to some big molecular thing that's got big reels with lights and everything. We don't even make jumps like that now. So I'm just saying, unless everything is based upon wanting to put a chip in your ass or in your brain, because you know that's what they're doing right now, regardless of the outcome, just like the medication. And in 2 months, we want to inoculate you when this stuff now hasn't even been tested or anything, because it's bigger than what you can expect. So they had several inventors, but what we're told is the original ones was created by, like I said, Thomas Edison and William K.L. Dixon. Now, this is William K.L. Dixon. This is a nigga. Don't get it twisted because he's pale and he grease waxes his mustache. Hell, W.E.B. Du Bois and about 30 other niggas used to wear their mustaches and hair kind of like that. That is a Gujar. That is one of them Hindu-looking fake Ashkenaz, whatever you want to call it. That's what he is. Look him up. And what do they do the best? They change their names. This is what's funny about them. They could just change their names, become dual citizens, and most of them aren't even the people they're saying they're converts. They could do all that as if it's all right because of their skin color. These people established that lie, while our people were still fighting. This is what boggles my mind. Let's pull this up. This goes along with it. First of all, let's look at the Devil's Punch Bowl was a refugee camp created in Natchez, Mississippi during the American Civil War. This is one. To provide temporary housing and assistance to the freed slaves. No, it wasn't. You got to remember the dates. I want y'all to look this stuff up, okay? We're talking about 20,000 soldiers, not formerly enslaved personnel. This is the narrative. This is the description that they give. And you need to look up the people who read this shit. All right? So anyway, Boxley referring to the story as concocted Confederate propaganda aiming to cast the Union Army in a negative light. So anyway, 20,000 estimate is baseless and inflated tenfold. And the author activist Sir Shish Hector Clifford M. Boxley. One of them motherfuckers too. So y'all need to, this is how we break the spell. Okay? It was more than that. And then we have, what is this alluding to? These some bitches you see in the thumbnail, man. What they colluded to and what they fucking did. That's what it does, okay? So here we're going to go, and we're going to look at, let me see if I can pull it up. Anyway, so this is an encampment. They call it the encampment of 7,000 rebel prisoners in the Punch Bowl, Bella Plain, Virginia, May 15, 1864. Gardner James, 1832, photographer. You don't know what James Gardner is, and we know who the publisher was at that time. When you say Solomon and Philip, those are fake Jews that took over our printing presses. Anyway, even up into the 1900s, they were slowly taking over every one of them to start pushing the new concocted narratives out, killing a lot of our people who did it. So, if you want to know library locations, you go to Merriam, the Eridy Wallace Division. There's the Merriam, what you call dictionary, whatever. And for prints and photographs, there's so much more. So anyway, excuse me. So anyway, let me see if I can pull this up as it should be. They always want to give something different because they want to do away with this. They know that they've made a mess of things. All right, and they know that they have lied. So let me pull it up a little bigger. Oh, man. So 1862 to 1865, people. And we know what happened at that time, right? This is how they mess up. So when we're thinking about Civil War, and then all of a sudden they started pointing the painters as Africans. It didn't happen before that. Ain't nowhere in history that I've seen in historical books except for new written 21st century BS did you ever see us as Africans in any narrative until after the goddamn Civil War. And it's based upon these fake ass Jews. Let me go back. I got these pictures. I'm just trying to pull up the real history and they don't want to. Okay. Here we go. No. Oh, damn cookies. They always trying to get up in here with their fake ass selves. So the Bell playing the Punch Bowl in 1864. A report from Virginia. We stand on the shoulders of giants. Literally. The age is apt for all who share an interest in the images of Confederate prisoners of war at the Belle Plaine Punch Bowl. Confederate prisoners of war. They were niggers, punch bowl. Remember they was trying to say, oh, those were slaves. All right? In 1864, Confederate prisoners. You see what I'm talking about? Now you listening now. You see how these motherfuckers lie? They can't even get the goddamn stories right. They're so conflicted and confused. In 1864, Confederate soldiers, y'all. In his book, Grant and Lee, William Fresnanito published the first detailed scholarly appraisal of these May 1864 photographs. His study of the Punch Bowl series was invaluable, not only for its set of answers, but also for its set of questions. He highlighted, for example, the need to find prisoners in written accounts which were close to non-existence at the time. Hell, they were cannibalists. They were trying to starve them and they let them die. You ever been there? I've been there. Anyway, and not even talking about the one in Georgia, the Carolinas. Anyway, close to non-existence. Anyway, challenge readers to pinpoint the sites of the photographs on a present-day landscape that is densely wooded with numerous hollows abounding. This article is about another important historian, one who accepted Fresnanito's challenges successfully and also added scholarship of his own. D.P. Newton has spent more than 2 decades pursuing his family's age-old vacation, fishing the waters of the Civil War era Bella Plain landings in Stafford and King George County, Virginia. For years, he has also searched for relics of the landings, 1 Confederate and 3 Union occupants, lugging a metal detector throughout the nearby series of ridges and ravines that photographers dubbed the Punch Bowl. In May of, see, this Punch Bowl, y'all know good and well what I know about the Punch Bowl. These were places where they subjugated people and they eradicated from history, where they were locked away, they eating grass and shit, and they wouldn't allow them to have food, there were no fish, things, the water, everything was messed up. And so what happened? They pretty much died there. And anyone that did make it out, they got quiet and didn't say nothing until before they passed. So you got to be mindful that the Punch Bowl, they might make it as a war site. Like, this is where great fighting had, this fake-ass lie, and a bunch of pale skins that weren't even there. Okay? Anyway, Virginia for years has been also searched for relics of the landings, 1 Confederate and 3 Union occupations, lugging a metal detector throughout the nearby series of ridges and ravines that photographs dubbed the Punch Bowl in May of 1864. Now, I can read on and on. Y'all can read it for yourself. I just read the first one that says slaves, right? Right? Ain't that what it said? And here, the Bella Plain, it has them as Confederate soldiers, goddammit. But then you look over this motherfucker. Not excuse my language either, so you can suck a dick. On this one, this is what this motherfucker says. Okay. Encampment of 7,000 rebel prisoners in the Punch Bowl, Bella Plain, Virginia. Okay, well, it says slaves on the front of it when I tapped on it. Okay? And I want to show you what this mug looked like, man. And some of y'all going to think, I got to pull a picture up. Hold on. When you deal with Natchez, Mississippi, Devil's Punch Bowl, that is where they said they were slaves. Now they went from being, there's many different punch bowls. Y'all got to look, remember I said y'all got to look into it. And then when you start looking at the new updates, they'll sit there, and this is based on edited in 2024. Not 20, this is not motherfucking 1965, y'all, all right, when they didn't have African Americans. Because you see, that's recently added. See, this is what these dumb fucks do. Most of these people that's doing this weren't even their first generation, if they even born here. So anywho, and you're going to look up the person that changed, who did the editing. I'm not going to do all that because I'm not logging into it. I don't want to log into it. People can look at it for Wikipedia, but y'all know that little fat, young, goofy, fake Jew that owns Wikipedia? Well, the new one, when they started updating to try and catch it up to Google, which it's not doing, y'all need to know this. So anyway, in order for that house, the large numbers of formerly enslaved African Americans, the Union Army created a refugee camp for them at a location known as the Devil's Punch Bowl. So, the North, with all them melanated people, created the punch bowl to put African Americans. It don't make no goddamn sense. This is how crazy they are. It's like listening to these Zionists, these fake motherfuckers talk about what's going on in Palestine. They talk so askewed and sickly. It's like right in your face. And everybody's sitting there and people are starting to question like, these some bitches ain't making no sense. They're just like, it's like they're morbidly crazy. I guess maybe the blood or the child's blood or whatever it is they partake in, whatever they're partaking in has really slipstream and they sound crazy. Are y'all noticing that? This is the Mississippi Punch Bowl. Now let's look at another punch bowl. You gotta remember they call it a punch bowl because of the way it was shaped. Y'all remember that now, okay? Always be mindful that it was shaped like a bowl and the encampment was always down at the bottom. So, and they would have troops where they couldn't come up. They were shooting them and all kind of shit. They're not gonna tell you that because then it showed that the motherfuckers supposedly that civilized America were uncivilized when everybody knows that's the fact. And they say, oh, there was some died from the smallpox. Our people didn't get sick from that shit. Remember, we healed them motherfuckers. We healed them from all kind of shit, rickets, all kind of shit. And then here come this fake Rothschild nigga, found a way to make everybody sick, give them cancer and heart attacks and everything. And now you got the American Humane Society and American Heart Association and all this other shit and breast cancer awareness, all that based on that petroleum-based and chemical synthetic shit that he was pushing as medicine after they were killing most of our people who were considered shamans or medicine people. Oh, and after they removed the bells and the organs from the church and all the healing centers and all the elders were dying in these goddamn punch bowls. The Devil's Punch Bowl, the monkey and the social media myth of Civil War massacre. Oh my goodness. These motherfuckers. And that's updated 2023. This is the fake ass Jew motherfuckers. I don't bite my tongue when it comes to them. They're frauds. Ain't nothing Shemitic about them. We already covered that in one video. Going back a ways. The person that said, and I even showed you the picture of the motherfucker sitting there going, if they're bothering, they're catching on to you, just call them anti-Shemitic. They were already controlling the narrative. So you have Mississippi, you have Natchez, Mississippi, you have Virginia, you have, I know the Carolinas, you have Texas had a punch bowl. Georgia definitely had a punch bowl. Y'all know about that one, Georgia and Florida? Y'all remember that one, right? Where the motherfuckers went over there and the brothers and sisters, you can't even find that in Google no more. That's how sick these motherfuckers are. Let me see. I'm going to show you these indigenous motherfucking peoples in the Devil's Punch Bowl. I'm going to show you a picture, and they want you to think this got something to do with Africa. No, man. No, not at all. When you know the truth of how our people lived and how they dress, and anybody, I could take a well-dressed man right now and take him out there and not give him food, clothing, soap, or water, and when it's all said and done, you know what happened to that motherfucker. He looked like shit. Okay, I'm trying to pull it up. What the fuck? That's right. They put our people in concentration camps in the Civil War, y'all. And to take people's notion off of that, they would create their own little fake-ass Holocaust. Okay? And these were Civil War soldiers, man. Fighting for the South, our goddamn side. I challenge any of these fake-ass Jews to come and dare say anything to me. They won't say a goddamn thing to me. I dare any one of them motherfuckers. I'll eat their ass up for lunch. So anyway, this one right here, entered according to the Act of Congress, the year 1863 by Alex Gardner in the clerk's office of the District Court of the District of Columbia. This one right here is the Virginia Punch Bowl. Many of our people died here. Civil War soldiers. Well over more than numbers they'll ever tell you. All right, photographic incident of the war, number 241. Number 241, y'all. View of breastworks on Round Top, the hill which formed our entire left at the Battle of Gettysburg. Extreme left, excuse me. So this is what they're saying about this, and we already read it. This negative by Alex Gardner, right? They're making a statement that that's with a war. That's also where, fuck a war. That's when a slaughter happened. Those were our people. You already showed you, Negro, and then some said African American. These are actual pictures from those being sent to the Punch Bowl who would walk on it. These are not Africans, as these fake, retarded, pale-skinned, Cabbage Patch and goddamn orphan babies think, because of these fake-ass Jews of the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and Vanderbilts and everything else based on Hellsinger and everything else to eradicate us from the land because the real riches are here. This is number 4 that march to a place where they would fucking die. Okay? These are the motherfucking real conscripts of the Civil War, the indigenous autochthonous, not no fake-ass African. Here they are burying, this is a time after, down in this is the one, I believe, in Natchez, Mississippi, where they got kids, everybody out there collecting. You can see they have Union boots on. They have Union soles. These are Civil War. These are Confederate uniforms. There's more pictures, but I'm not going to show all of them because that's pretty, yeah. Those are all Negro soldiers. And at one time, they even had this picture up talking about, yeah, this is the Union War and this is the Union Cap. These were the real people of the South, the real soldiers who were fighting worthless, sold-out niggas of the North, and fake-ass people coming off the boat in droves who wanted to get some land because they just got through killing a whole lot of folk and cleaning up them lands over there in Europe and everywhere else where they had subjugated the original autochthonous all the way from Italy, Spain, Cordoba, everywhere. All right? So they had went out because nobody was really paying it attention. We were still befriending motherfuckers. We had our own pale skins. That's what ended up happening when you betrayed. Like I said, Rwanda. And there's more pictures. I can't show those pictures, though. Okay, you could do your own research as far as that goes. What I'm saying is this is morning to burn the motherfucking tea while these motherfuckers are doing their fake-ass religious practices and everything else. I don't mind a good religious person. But the majority, 99% of them, is full of shit. And that's all the way around. That's why I said I have more respect for Muslims than I do for Christians, because y'all are full of shit. As far as our people being Judean, it ain't a religion. We have a way of life that people are attempting to adapt and reconnect to. That is what you should be doing. And sometimes you have to use the Maccabees, I would prefer you use, but the Apocrypha and stuff like that. But be careful because look at who published it, what edition it is, and then allow yourself to be in a conglomerate because you got this one YouTube channel. What they talking about? We woke now, whatever. That's when them dumb niggas always get good information. Anybody can get it. You can manipulate it however you want. Talking about this out of Africa shit. Just so many. There's a lot of dumb niggas, especially in California. What in the fuck? Even though you got people all around you reclaiming land, it ain't just Miss Redbird. There's a sister over there in California that's got a whole lot of land who was homeless, shelter living, and beat the motherfucking fake ass court system for her ancestral land being of origin there when 75% of the niggas there ain't from California. Devil's Punch Bowl was an American concentration camp, and it wasn't one. How many of y'all remember the one that was based on Georgia, where they had all the bodies back in the woods and everything, nobody could fuck with it, between Florida and Georgia, and the one in Carolina? That's where my family's from, there in Mississippi. So we already knew about the motherfucking Mississippi. I grew up knowing about that. We had relatives fucked up in that. The one up there in Virginia. Why would there only be 2? Niggas, when the first Punch Bowl came out, it was about the one in Georgia. How many of y'all remember that shit? And the one in Virginia, they always made it like it was the motherfucking Great Gettysburg, when it wasn't a place of battle, it was a place of fucking slaughter. Remember when I was reading this book? Do I have it up here, or is it downstairs? And I was showing you how our people betrayed their own. Did I have it upstairs? Did I bring it upstairs? Did I have it downstairs? Y'all know me, man. I got so many goddamn books. I think I brought it downstairs because I was going to read it again to show people something. I wanted to show people something in that book. But anyway, it's about the Civil War, and we know I was alluding to the fact showing you that Lincoln was a nigger, a melanated person, not this pale-skinned fake Stephens, the motherfucker they used, who came from Europe by way of New York, was a fur trader, and all of a sudden he's the picture for fucking being the president, which was all a lie. So anyway, it's downstairs. Anyway, it shows you that some of my family members betrayed their own people. Yes, on my mammy's side. General Lee was a betrayer. Goddamn right. Regardless of being a half-blood in my family. But that's a motherfucking fact. What position did that motherfucker... Hold on. Let me show you how this shit works. Woo! That's why I have no respect for all these peckerwoods talking about they belong to Sons of the Confederacy. Fuck out of here. So after the war, Lee returned to structural engineering until 1852, when U.S. Secretary of War Jefferson Davis appointed him superintendent of West Point. And they still using this fake ass picture of one of my great. He was older than my great uncles. Great uncles. I mean, he's one of them. I can't believe these motherfuckers would use this. I am so, and you know the Confederate flag, the red, white, and blue, that is our shit. These motherfuckers, they made sure they were stupid when they got them out them incubators and shit. They and gave them to our big mamas and wet mamas to nurse them, make sure they don't get rickets and they be healthy and different. These motherfuckers. So I'm going to show you a picture. This is not my motherfucking great uncle. No, many passed. This is not motherfucking Robert E. Lee, goddammit. That is not my motherfucking great uncle. Not him. Yeah, he was older than my great uncles. He was my great uncle. He's one of, like, I guess we call that great. Yeah, uncle. That's how it worked, I think. Not him. Pull some else up. Hold on. This is what they say. Robert E. Lee was born in Stafford Hall Plantation in Westmoreland County, Virginia, to Henry Lee III and Ann Hill Carter Lee on They didn't have first, seconds, and third. Don't let that king and queen shit fool you. To Ann Hill Carter Lee on January 19, 1807. His ancestor, Richard Lee I, immigrated from Shropshire, England to Virginia in 1639. This is some bullshit. God damn it, some bullshit. Boy, these motherfuckers, boy. They say he was a white American. Or like Leno Horn? Yeah, fuck out of here. These fucking Jews, these fake ass Jews, man, these motherfuckers. Oh, I detest these niggas. Because most times when you put in that name, Richard Lee, you know who you're gonna pull the fuck up? I'm just letting you know. They say by Commonwealth way of England, do you know who you're gonna pull up? How many of y'all already pulled it up and see for yourself? Goddamn Gujars. And then by way of that, hold on. I'm trying to find it, goddamn it. I know it's in here. Because you know how they whitewash shit. Damn it. I can't find it. The most important thing for them to do is to destroy history. God damn it. So whenever you see a pale skin with curly hair, you know what the excuse for is for that? Because when you start looking up for Richard Henry Lee biography, you pull up this nigga. Or you pull up some Chinese motherfuckers. But you pull up some Gujars, don't you? Why is that? But when you go back, if you look at the original pictures, they was about several different ethnicity looking motherfuckers in the Gujars. So I didn't want to give you the worst of the pictures, but this is some bullshit I am looking at, and it seems like they always make the motherfuckers look so goddamn different. I can't even do this. What in the fuck? Excuse my language, y'all. Oh, that's because you know how it is when you're an artist and you start looking at portraits and they just get worse and worse and worse. And ain't no fishing because you can see how in the world. And then they had cameras when this nigga was alive. The first thing they do is give him blue eyes and blonde hair. You can't make this shit up. Oh my goodness. How many Peckerwoods you know got 4 heads like us? Do y'all look at the brow? Do y'all, for those of you who are artists, do y'all look at certain things and call the bullshit when you see it? I just want to know. That's like the nigga that plays Star Trek, Captain Picard. That's a nigga. Don't get it fucked up. Don't let him fool you. Remember I was breaking down to you about when I was taking my buddies in the military to visiting people in Virginia, the Carolinas, and Florida, and Georgia, who had Negro and black on their birth certificate, but had blonde hair, blue eyes. They had 4 heads like us. The nose, some of them pointed, some of them thick like this. A lot of them had ears like us. That's one of the predominant the tellers, okay? They had small ears. Dig what I'm saying? And this is where they can't hide the shit. Because I always looked at these motherfuckers. Let me show you this one right here. This is a funny one. The hair ain't even straight. Now, there's a picture where his hair is curly, y'all. If I can find that motherfucker. But this is the drawing they give you because they want to paint something different. This is one of the first ones to make as far as to put into a building. That is not him, y'all. I don't give a. That is not him. And they seem like they updating shit more and more and more. You got to be kidding me, bro. When you're thinking about the Bettinger family and everything, they really done did a good job, y'all. You know what? I should have actually, there's a picture I had and I should have saved it. I can't even find, I was looking for that picture and it's a very good picture. And it shows him with this dark tinge, like a color picture, a color portrait. And his hair was pulled back, but you could see the bun that was hanging. It was like real curly, like beyond curly. But the color portrait, he was like damn near in that picture like me. Now this is the one right here. All right, this is the one right here where I show you that the painting is bullshit because they have whitewashed it so much, the illusion stands. All right, hold on. This one right here. This would be him. Okay. The wig party, y'all know about that, right? This is another one. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. I might be able to find it. Come on, man. I should have saved the goddamn picture and we wouldn't be doing all this, but it is what it is. And they don't have blue eyes. Here's another one. And y'all know you'll pull up one with blue eyes and blonde hair. I'm serious. This is how they fuck the history up so bad. Because of your pale, a lot of niggas is very pale skin and they will paint them as white. And that is not what they are. And I ain't want to get into the Hodge twins, if you dig what I'm saying. Damn, I can't even find them. Now this is supposed to be the person they're using as the relative. Now look at this shit. I mean, do I gotta look at 12 pictures to find out a motherfucking a relative of motherfucking Robert E. Lee, who I know was one of my great fucking uncles? And this is because Dutch married into our family. They were pretty kind of dark. There were some light-skinned motherfuckers, but yeah, they were darker than me. You can't, and even though we know melanated woman and a melanated man can make a motherfucking pale-skinned baby, because like I said, it was 200 happen every year, documented in the medical field, and they were trying to figure this out. What is causing this? Okay, let's see. And I think that has changed a little bit from when I was first reading it back in 87 and 90, about 94, 95, when I was really getting involved after reading all my mom's medical books and studying medicine and stuff. Yeah, it was about 200, something to 200 plus a year. Melanated people were making, not albium, or pale-skinned babies every fucking year. That was just the given number. That's not the whole number of truth. We know it's much more than that. All right. The same thing happened in the Philippines. When I went to the Philippines, I met some of these little pale-skinned baby Filipinos, and I was like, "Where's the mommy and daddy?" Here you got this little negrito, and then you have this Filipino, like the original people and the Asian one was kind of hot, and they made that pale-skinned baby, and I'm sitting there going, well, is somebody going to snatch that baby and teach them a false history and put them on another land? Because you know that's how these motherfuckers work. You see what I'm saying? Everything is about the Gujars, man. Everything these motherfuckers have been doing, they're prolificating. If you want to talk about the synagogue of Satan, there they are. If you want to sit there, because it doesn't say the Ashkenaz. What it says is there are those who call themselves Jews and are not, but yet are the synagogue of Satan. How come people don't talk about this in the religion context that they should? Because they don't know no fucking better. When you look at the punch bowls, there were more than fucking 2 punch bowls. I remember talking about the one, visiting the one over there, going back through the woods, looking at some of the fucking markings in Georgia, goddamn. Was it Georgia? Between Georgia and Florida. That one where them motherfuckers were allowed to be, they used to let them cannibalize themselves. They didn't help them motherfuckers. The little girls would walk by there, they'd be crying and everything. Here they want to talk about the one where they talking about a war. That ain't got nothing to do with supposed to be the greatest war. It was Gettysburg, right? That's a fucking lie. And then they set the punch bowl up, this place where they were all around slaughtering these motherfuckers, cannons and throwing grenades, everything, even the one in Natchez, Mississippi. And see, this is what I'm talking about. And I'm sick of these motherfuckers on our soil. I am sick of these motherfuckers on our soil. Yeah, it looks like Ben Franklin. Hey, T-Biggers. Hey, what's going on, beloved? The Hodge twins. What about them? They ponder and play like they, because of their Jewish heritage. You know, but I'm talking about the skin complexion. I ain't saying nothing else. That's about it. Yeah, there's no such thing as a black tribe. There's melanated. We don't use the terms black or African here. We don't use that. Tariq Peters, AKP, what's going on, beloved? Yeah. Ronald Gotcha, what's up, beloved? I asked AI to bring up Richard Henry Lee. That picture shows one eye and another brings up a portrait with a cane. Yo, I was just looking at, I just looked at several different ones. And I know who the motherfucker is and I know where he's from. But the thing is, that's what they do. In the education system, what is it about? When we look at these things like Snopes, right now you had Valuetainment, you have 5 different Joe Rogan, 5 different individuals who have debunked fact checkers. They called them on their shit. I put pictures of the fact checkers up based on Hillary Clinton's cousin who was working for CNN, who was the first one to and go into that department. And I sat there and said to myself, is anybody paying attention to this shit? How this fake ass government controlled by Zionist fucktards, I mean Biden, Bill Clinton, all of them said they proud Zionists. Zionists don't have nothing to do with this motherfucking land, and a minority shouldn't be able to control the majority. But when you grab stupid motherfuckers in, right now you got all these goofy fake ass converts from America going over there to fight the Palestinians, coming back with their fake history, thinking they're fucking Jew and they ain't shit. Excuse my language, but I'm so tired of them. Rondo, what's up, beloved? I got the Herbo. What's up, beloved? Yeah. Lee Washington, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? Maggie Cox, sis Snoo, what's up, mama? What's up, baby? Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up a little later. Iron Baby Girl Slaughter, what's going on? Salute. Grand rising, grand elevations, every goddamn body. I love y'all. Y'all know that. DeAndre Baldwin, what's cracking? What's going on, beloved? Triple A, Ike, what's going on, beloved? Just want to make sure I get everybody. I don't want to skip over. I got a Herbo. What's going on, beloved? Be responsible and respectful at the same time of that. But like I was saying, I know my family's history, you know, and I know all the people that I met traversing this earth, this so-called world they created. And I met too many. That's why I was allowed. I think when that lady told me, like, every few years they meet up with 6 of us who actually, like, I was telling people my identity in the military, and they meet up and they've been doing this. This 90-year-old Masonic woman has been doing this since she was about 40 years old, when she's a Mason in Edinburgh, Scotland. A Yorkshire Rite. And when I said to her, Albert Pike created Yorkshire Rite in America, she looked at me like, oh. And see, this is what people don't get. That there are those out there who don't like none of what they partake in or partaking in, who know the truth. And so whenever I talk about stuff, I don't talk as if I'm guesstimating. I'm talking with knowledge and knowing as a Lord and the God or Khan or whatever you want to say. Because the creator of creation itself would never call himself a fucking God or anything. You would not be responsible to know that name because you don't walk in your truth in the first goddamn place. You dig what I'm saying? These are the simple things that people can't even conscript in their head. While the enemy is running around, you guys won't even come together. I know people who actually worked in the IDF who want to go and fight the fucking IDF. Yo, I really do. I know motherfuckers saying, be careful. I don't watch the skies. I am the sky. I walk in the sun, as the sun. People have a hard time dealing with this, with these little goofy enemies. They really like, fuck it. Some of y'all don't know that there are people who are like willing to die for the shit they believe in. But you niggas, except for you wayward ass niggas, I am not asking y'all no more to go to my brother's lands. None of my brothers who are waiting for good working niggas to come along to get away from your suburbs and your cities, but you are lazily slothful, think you know everything niggas who don't know how to get shit together and get yourself right in a perpendicular position to stand upright to motherfucking make a change. You niggas is the worst thing and you need to be gone. Pew like, appreciate the donate, AAA. AAA, appreciate the donation, beloved. We'll get there maybe next Friday, man. So as y'all see, I actually ordered some of my own personal books that I should, and some of the ones that came on that train that got destroyed. I actually been getting those slowly trickling in. There's like still about 15 books that y'all saw damn near last year, remember? And I was pissed off. I ain't got the damn books. Something going on. Then we found out, they done stole all this ammonium nitrate and shit. And then you had the one where the people was looting it. Oh, man, just got all my shit. That was over like 20-something, 30 books. God damn. I was like, what? They said, Mr. Branch, we can refine you, sound like a little sissy, but oh no, hell no, you gonna send me them goddamn books, nigga. I went all that tapping, all that hard work with my motherfucking thumbs, and then putting all my information that all these fake motherfuckers have for you to send me them books, and you talking about because of what happened on that train going down the railroad track that probably shouldn't have been on in the first place. You could have motherfucker put it on the boat on the UPS or whatever the fucking let it come through motherfucking transition like it's supposed to, but you put it on the train and motherfuckers stole the books like they're gonna read it anyway. It's slowly trickling in to some of the other ones I've ordered. As I've shared quite a few. What was it, 12 the week before, and then the 3 here recently. So hopefully tomorrow we'll see some more, because I got the one book from yesterday. Actually, that's downstairs. I didn't come back and read yesterday. I think I expressed that I just going to upload, and a friend of mine told me again who watched the video, says, Red, upload some stuff. Stop going live. You'll get more views, blah, blah, blah. I was like, you know what? It's not so much about the dollar, because I know that they're hiding views. For those new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. It's nothing personal. I just want to see everybody come together. I really, really do, because I've seen it. I've seen 3 different dreams, and I've walked in 2 of them profusely, like mad sweating. Like the one that I don't go back to on purpose. I fight to not go into that dream. Like right now, I'm fighting about the thought against it, because it's not bad for me. I'm just saying, I don't like it. And I'm a person that's seen everything. I've seen the babies pull apart. I've seen the bodies mixed meat. I've seen chop. I've seen it all. I've seen just, burnt, you name it. People crawling out their car with their leg hanging on from a tent by a tendon. I've seen it out. Railroad track when I was a kid at Wangchung. This kid we knew was a hippie, committed suicide. We were playing. We ran out there. He was spun up like ground meat in the sock. Matter of fact, 3 years later, his shoe, when I was jogging, was still down in the bushes. Nobody grabbed the shoe. I actually took the shoe, took it up to the municipalities on Witchguard, and said, this is that boy that committed suicide a few years ago. And it's like, nobody could find that shoe. It was down by the fence with a it's a parking lot, Watchung School, and back in the woods over here we used to play at, right? So there was a thing we played baseball right there, right? With the little net and everything, and the part where you can walk out the fence, and the tracks is up here. Well, his shoe was down in the very corner by this little shrub. And I remember when I was running one day, it was my last on Mount Hebron, getting ready to go to Montclair High. And I used to always go down to the mound by Woodman Field and run around that track at least for 2 miles, and just running down there is a quarter mile from my home. So I used to run up over the mound and run up and down and lay on the top of it and talk to my ancestors as I was instructed to do. I would sit up there and just wave my hand and feet like a turtle on its back, and speaking to the, help, you know what I'm saying? As I was instructed to do anytime I ran, so that would give me more strength. So when I found the shoe, you could see it had been out there for 3 years, y'all, But I remember that day when there was no scream, no nothing. The train, the big old, what was those ones with the orange, with the yellow, red, and the silver, the Tyco, you know what I'm saying? Remember those little HO size trains? The big, heavy, that you was think is still Tartarian type, And we heard the skid, and we ran up there like, what's going on? Like, you can't help but see him, torn up, So this third dream is actually my second dream, but the first one and the last one I walk in those because one is my memory right before certain things happen. And I've walked in it many times, so I've seen so much. That's why I was able to, when I keyed in, it says, the brother that created the blimp. I actually know him. So I keyed it in, and there it is. We created the blimp. So whenever you see the Hindenburg and all that, that's them wanting to get rid of that history. They had motors and all kind of stuff, people in it. There weren't no helium and all that stuff. That's lies. Okay? And what's the first thing they do? when they get rid of it, they want to put aircraft for weapons for war. War like mother. Anyway, and the third one, I know how it ends. But the second one, that's why I plead with y'all to get your asses out of hot. My baby girl, every one of you, fucking wake up. You better. Or don't listen to me at all. Stay right where the fuck you at and keep doing what you is, like everything's gonna blow over while people are laying out there with their innards out, and cats and honey vultures and everything else are engorging and enjoying the festivities of all these dead and rotten bloating corpses. War is happening everywhere, and I don't give it energy. But you have been at war, and you have become lazy in it. You have become everything of a couch potato, sitting back. You don't listen to somebody who knows better than you. Not better than you, but knows better than you. You'll stay right there because constructively, I got to get up tomorrow and slave again. You got to make change, people, eh? In the Navajo Nation, my beloved, I call her my mom. She's wonderful. She's still alive. She didn't get no jab. She listens to me. Her daughters love the fuck out of me. I ain't getting no whoopee whoop. No, that's snoo and whoever we desire. But I'm here to make powerful babies. I ain't here to make motherfucking, anyway. She says, "Ha, ya the la, oh." Yeah, that been there, and I'm like, "Oh, ma," because I love her. You know what I'm saying? I literally love her, man. She's the one I used to always say, "We're going to the Hogan, Tuba City. We're going to go over there and we're going to sit down and have a great steak and potato meal." She go, "Fuck a steak. I want chicken fried steak." With lots of gravy, and they don't have no collard greens. I used to sit there going, she done been laid up with some brothers. And her daughters be like, "We think so." Vietnam era, hippie type, you know what I'm saying? And she's a wonderful spirit. I guarantee you that if she could, she'd be like, "Where's the land?" She'd be down there moving a shovel and swinging a pickaxe, and she's 81 years old. She's 82. She's about the same age as my Uncle John Amos. Same age. I think John is like 83. John Amos, let me see. I don't do birthdays, y'all. Let me see how old my uncle is. I don't even know if he's alive, man. Ain't that sad? All the family acting fucking retarded right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know some of you new here, y'all saw my aunt, who was the power attorney for my Uncle John, when Willie D punk ass, now he's got a podcast paying people, he's all about the money. Not the truth. He went to talk slander with KC, my cousin. He numbered a fucking meth head, a drug head. He got locked the fuck up, threatening his sister and everything. But anyway, he was just robbing them, fleecing them, using them for money. So he's 84 years old now, y'all. Okay? Shannon, his mother come right. KC is a punk nigga, man. I don't even know if the motherfucker is you gotta remember my uncle's all my people in my family, he was the 50th Armored Division, I think, John, and he played with the Kansas City Chief with my Uncle Lonnie, who passed away about 13 years ago, played with the Denver Nuggets and Denver Broncos. I've shared that with some of y'all. Y'all know Herschel Walker, it's my second cousin. Spencer Haywood, my second cousin. I come from, like y'all know, I sports, and I didn't follow through. My boy Quintus McDonald, I got his information. I got to share it with y'all. Wonderful brother. He's a preacher, but he's paying attention, and he's a wonderful brother. Quintus McDonald played with the Cincinnati Colts. Brother went to school with. Snoop could tell you. I could have probably played it to the point to go. I just wasn't my love. My thing was martial arts, boxing, and fighting, and reading, history. But yeah, he's 84 now. So, let me see here. Yeah, he had a pale-skinned woman. So the fuck what? So what if he did? Whoop the fucking do. Because y'all know I took a picture with Jackie Chan and I showed him some moves at down in Bloomfield when they had Battle Creek Brawl. He came there to take pictures. I was there, took like 3 or 4 pictures with him. I don't think my aunt, somebody's got the pictures. And I showed him my arch and everything that I hold up higher than Bruce. And I would do that routine Bruce Lee did in Chinese Connection with the footwork and everything. And he was like, you need to go into movies, you know. Like I said, I'm trying to find this again. Because you know he's out of Newark, New Jersey, y'all. Yeah. You know I know all the motherfuckers too. People ask me, Red, do you know? Yeah, I think the nigga a clone now. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm trying to find out. Where the fuck is that, man? Yeah, I'm on here. I figure I'm on here until I come back and read. I'm gonna get it all in while I can. The ghetto boys, get on my ass. You see, one of the other ghetto boys want to whoop. What's his name's behind? I ain't got no hate. I'm just saying, y'all. Either you know or you don't know. God dang it, man. Where's it at? Mother sucks ass. And you know he wouldn't give up his booty hole and all that. You know that, right? All right, let me see. He like his weed too, y'all. He could smoke some weed. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't. Okay, hold on. Oh, is that it? I think my aunt said, "Fuck that! You take that down," because she was one of the heads of the board of education in the Oranges, y'all. She used to be on TV and all that shit. If y'all know what I mean. Yeah, she don't play that shit. All right, here goes my aunt, and here goes my uncle. I knew they'd be on there. That's my Aunt Johanna. And that's John. 84 years old. She's 70-something. So that's my aunt. Love her to death. Don't get it fucked up. When all that shit was going down, her and my cousin Jazz, they took their ass to Cancun and says, we ain't tolerating this shit. So let me see, where is it at? South Orange. There she is getting one of those awards because I said she was one of the heads of the board of education. She was fucking them fake Jews up, if you know what I mean. Let me show you my uncle. If there's a picture of my uncle anywhere, I'll always show y'all. So he passed away. He played for the Denver Nuggets and Denver Broncos. Lawrence Wright, obituary for those who want to know. This is my cousin Jazz. She's a teacher now. She's been teaching for 20 years. I used to babysit her with Lauren Hill in East Orange and Washington Street, where I lived at. And that's my Uncle Lonnie, passed away about 13 years ago. My Aunt Joe. And if you know, the obituary would be, this is him when he played for the Denver Broncos. And one of the artists over there did that, Denver Broncos and Denver Nuggets. And that's not that long before it, and then y'all know my grandpa, I showed you that. He was smoking Dynamite Charlie Wright, who Joe Louis was scared to box, who made sure I went to Muhammad Ali to Pennsylvania and trained in grassroots and trained in boxing. And I met Costamato and I met Tyson. And that's my fucking life. And then I went to the military because I was selling drugs. I'm not going to sit here talking about some of the people I sold weed to. And some of y'all know I used to go to the church with, that's why I was bugged out when Whitney Houston married Bobby Brown. All of us that know, and hanging out with Queen Latifah's brothers and stretching them when I came back after boot camp, and down there on 8th Street when I came out the military, in Newark, New Jersey, after they tore down Perth Street projects, smoking with Tretch and Ben Rock, because Ben Rock's brother was one of the guys because I like to play instruments too, you know. But Glenn was a musician, you know, and when I was assistant manager at Whole Foods, Glenn worked produce, dealing with the deli. I mean, he worked deli, not produce. I was the wine and cheese guy. I was the fluent in wines. As y'all know, I love wine. I'm not drinking it now, but that's me as far as, you know. Some people would sit there and think they know everything, and no, I'll tell you. You ask me, and I will tell you exactly. I don't know shit, but what I do is have a wealth of knowledge that I was able to walk in. And y'all see the thumbnail, so you know what it's about. I am tired of this shit, all these wars, and I know what the fuck's going to happen to all these dumb motherfuckers. And there ain't shit going to change it, because they don't want to change. And the ones who did, those are the peace seekers. Those of you who are animosity and hatred in your heart, I would ask you to leave. Because, yeah, I do work, they call it spells and all that goofy shit. No, I do natural things. I'm not into animalism and all that other goofy shit. Order is the most important thing. And if you're out of it, I would advise you not even to fucking look over here. I would advise you to remove yourself and get your shit together. Because this thing's bigger than you could fucking even understand. All right? It was never meant for me to do the things that I wanted at one time. I started seeking the things I needed. And funny is when you knock and you start peeking, you start seeing and shit be answering. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know why they fear that. If you want to walk in that world, these motherfuckers will they will sacrifice themselves, not realizing the fucking outcome of the situation. This is how stupid. They have really groomed these motherfuckers to be this dumb. Somebody said, well, why you wear an earring? You know what? I know it's a partition based on Saturnina and all this other shit. Motherfucker, don't hit me with that. I'm retired Navy. Force retired, matter of fact. I witnessed and lost quite a few brothers in the military by drowning. So that represents something else. That's the power I give to them. So in remembrance, they're a part of me. They're like the ancestors. See, most of y'all don't really know something because everything you're curtailed in has to do with some motherfuckers that got to push Moors. I'm not saying by the narrative, the Moors were really us. But the narrative, because I know people from Morocco, we are not Moors, motherfuckers. The whole term, the analogy, you want to walk around with a big-ass goofy thing on your hat, just like those who were part of Tartary did, who were part of the security to make sure everything was safe. See, this is what motherfuckers don't know. I don't care about who's who and what they've done, or loyal titles and all this other shit. Just because they hold themselves, they know enough information where these motherfuckers can't placate and fuck with them that they can own their own shit. They walked and did the work. When most of y'all are lazy, you won't come together and do the work. We get these platforms and some people just want to be the head and the leaders and run their mouths because of the little information they know, and yet they're not doing shit. In order to come together, we have women who walk outside the department of the proclamation that they're supposed to be in. That means with fucking order. So that means to not be so emotional. The men's supposed to check that, and the men to never be emotional, but by design, be responsibly respectful to protect that emotion. We're out of it, contextually. Men, you're supposed to protect the power of the fucking woman what she gives to you, so that way you can be the power that you're supposed to be, to make sure everything is balanced. It's a fucking 100 and 100. There's no 50-50. There's no 20-75, 25-75. There's no 35-65. No, motherfuckers. It's everybody in together. There's no one over nobody. There's no one beyond nobody. There's no one supposed to be subjugated to no fucking body. When the men used to fall, the women could pick up and fight just as fucking good. We're out of that now, so motherfuckers need to check yourselves. Should no woman be raising no fucking man alone? That's just the bottom fucking line. And should no man be raising no woman characteristically alone? Because you see what you're getting out here. Niggas walking around with pickles in their goddamn pants. I'm just saying what the fuck's the fact, and the chemicals and everything else they're doing by these sons of bitches who are warlike. So that means in all fact case, they'll use everything, whether it's this platform, the fucking movies, the newspapers, the cartoons, everything stolen from you, used against you because they're warlike. But you are war and you won't step up to it because you're afraid of death, motherfuckers? Well, then you're not thinking clear. You're not allowing yourself to realize that nothing can take what motherfucking wasn't given by them. I'm done. Cheers. You know I had to work myself up into that. What was that? And Rhonda Stewart, a few of y'all know that I was on my way there. I know that. Anyway, let's get them books this Friday. I'm not going to ask again. I'm definitely not. All right? Some of y'all got paid Friday. You could have threw $2. Some people hit me with $1 too. I'm more appreciative of them motherfuckers than anything. Because if we had 500 people and everybody gave $1, I would take 250 and put it towards land. The other 250, I would put it in a motherfucking CD. Because I know that we can control the narrative on this land. The problem is most of our people need to fight. Or I probably go and buy y'all some guns. So when you come around, I can say, here goes a gun for you, motherfucker. Here goes some bullets. And we're going to take you out here and have you learn how to do it because you won't do it yourself. You go out here, you get your nails and your fingers and your face and all that shit done when you can do it your goddamn self because your motherfuckers have subjugated yourself to a system that is perverse using chemicals, especially by the Chinese that are designed to fucking genetically fuck you up based on the pores of your feet when you want to get your pedicures and your hands. But you don't want to listen to me. You think you know everything. I don't even want to talk about all the people I've been here lately who go get their goddamn feet and stuff done and they wake up and 2 weeks later they're coughing up blood and everything else. And I'm like, told you. Am I lying? Fat chicken. Appreciate y'all, man. Hour and 30 minutes. I should have made it a fucking podcast. Let some of y'all come on and talk. My beloved sisters and my brothers, don't let them fool you no more because we don't want war over there. These motherfuckers in Syria bombed 2 places. What we doing with 2 motherfucking military bases in Syria? What in the fuck is that? Look at this stuff, y'all. What the fuck? We don't back that or support it. The majority of people on this land, don't let that minority of fucking 3% think they speak for all of us. Don't want this shit. So that means that this government's a fake government. They're fraudulent in all narratives. They ain't enough for them motherfuckers. But y'all won't snap your shit up out of your false conscription. You won't step away from being an obedient slave to the narratives painted before you that are lies. You won't say enough of this shit, honey. You coming with me or not? Be like that pussy at the good mountain. I'm packing up. I'm gone. You motherfuckers have created your own sacrilege. Now be the woman and the man that you're fucking supposed to be and get your shit. Your house in order means your vestiage. That means your chapel. That means your sanctification. That means your steeple, your church. That means you, motherfuckers. Appreciate taking the time to listen to an old fogey like me.